Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Mariah, and if you are new here, please subscribe because you want to be up to date on my braces, on my day-to-day life maybe, or maybe just movie reviews or makeup in general because I do everything. Today's going to be a braces update because I have been settling into my blue mouth, which is so funny because guys, you guys are not going to believe this. It is way harder to clean. I am struggling with these damn rubber bands. I don't know why. The flossing's out the window now. There is no more of that weaving in and out flossing for me. It is straight on water pick. I was water picking and flossing before. Not no more. Straight flossing is out the window when it came to this trickery right here. So basically the rubber bands I have, they're bright blue. I didn't realize when I was picking it out at the orthodontist that the rubber bands were going to be blue. I knew, but my brain wasn't thinking like this. I was just thinking, you know, the brackets, not like a big old string of blue. So that made my teeth way more noticeable. And funny thing is, I went to work and everybody's like, oh, you got braces? Oh, you have braces? And I'm like, I've been talking to you guys. I've had these on for 4 months now. Been talking to you guys. And you guys are all now just noticing that I got braces because of the blue. So that was interesting and also funny because at work I was just like, really? Like that just confirmed to me of how noticeable they are. But I love them. I'm used to them. I'm not ashamed of them. It didn't make my self-confidence go up or down or anything like that. It's just the same me. I was laughing so much the first time I had them because I just wasn't expecting the brightness of the rubber band and, you know, my mouth attention that I was going to get. I mean, this braces update of my diaries or series, whatever you want to call it, basically. So I have a lot of embarrassing stories to tell. And some of them might not be that bad, but at the time they were embarrassing to me and I haven't thought about them in a while. So I thought, hey, you know what? I have a lot of viewers that are watching my braces, and if I could give some advice, especially if you're young right now or in high school or junior high, take caution or you're about to get braces. Listen to these stories because I do not want these happening to you. But yeah, let's jump right in it. Because when I was younger, I was so careless with these things. I didn't know. I was just mortified to have them, to be honest. I didn't want to show my mouth. I didn't want to do nothing. Now that I'm older, I am more wise and I know what's going on. And also, while we're talking, let's put these rubber bands in because we ain't trying to interrupt the process of having these teeth be straight in the future. Still got my whole little, okay, you know what, that's the opener. All right, let's put these babies on and get into the details of my embarrassing time of having braces. I'm not sure the age that I was at these times or school. Woo, and I gotta say, being a girl has its perks because having these nails makes putting these rubber bands on so easier. And then I still got lipstick on me. Thought it was dry. It's not. Okay. Alrighty. Whew. Okay, let's get into it. I don't know why I feel like I'm pumping up for a marathon, but these are my embarrassing stories. Okay, embarrassing story number 1 in junior high. Got my braces. Did not have to wear rubber bands. It was just like a normal, like, you know, bracket. We were in line in the cafeteria and we were waiting to get our food. Friend had a lollipop, offered me one, and it was those great green caramel apple lollipops that everybody loves. And this probably doesn't even have to do with braces in general, but this was the time that was embarrassing for me because on top of it I had braces and this sucked. So I think I put it in my mouth, and then I always used to put it to the side right here, and I did where you put the lollipop sideways where it's on the side of your cheek. Did that. Damn lollipop got stuck to my freaking braces or my teeth or whatever it was. The caramel part literally stuck, and I'm sitting there and I'm holding it. And I remember it so clearly. I think my 2 friends, I was behind them with my other friend, and my 2 other friends were in front of me talking, and I'm sitting here and I'm trying to like freaking take the lollipop out of this mouth, and it won't move, it won't budge, it won't stick. The stick broke off, and now I had this stupid lollipop stuck in there with the little baby stick attached to it. I was so embarrassed. I felt like everybody in the cafeteria was looking at me, even though they weren't looking at me. But you know, at that age, you feel like you're just shrinking down and all the darkness is coming around you. And it is so embarrassing. I turned so red, I remember, because my ears felt like they were on fire. And I had the freaking lollipop stuck in my mouth. My friend noticed I'm over here doing like weird shaky shit in the side, and she was like, are you okay, what's wrong? And I show her the stick, and then I said, the freaking thing stuck in my mouth. And then she started laughing, tells my friends in front of her, they turn around, they look, they all start laughing. I'm mortified at this point, horrified at this point, because I can't get the thing out. Then I'm scared that this thing's never gonna come off. So then I ended up sticking my fingers in there, and I ended up yanking it without using the stick. Came off perfectly fine, spit the damn lollipop out into my hand, threw it in the trash can, and that was the last I had lollipop with braces. But to me, at that moment, that was so embarrassing to me. I hated it. So, like I said, it might not sound that embarrassing at the time or now that I'm saying it, but honestly, you had to be there. You had to be in the moment. We have embarrassing moments in our lives, guys. And especially at that age, we're so awkward and insecure that it's like, it sounds ridiculous, but it's not. To me, my whole world was ending at that moment. All right, story number 2. So this was like high school when we were getting ready in the locker room. So changing to our PE clothes, I had this really nice knitted sleeve shirt, lavender sweater that was purple, and I went to take it off. And oh my God, if nobody told you to please be careful when you had braces, girl, I'm telling you now, or boy, because I don't know what your style is, but I'm telling you now, keep it away from your face or keep your mouth closed when you're taking off your shirt. Oh my goodness. This was like the most embarrassing thing ever. Let me see if I want to get a t-shirt to show you guys, because this was so awkward. Okay, so I was getting ready. I remember, I think I only had one friend in that locker room, but she was probably like a couple of locks down. We didn't really have the same lock in the same row. So there were just some girls I knew by acquaintances that were in the same PE class, but not like close friends. So I remember we're talking, you know, we getting a dress, his pants, whatever, shorts, whatever we had on, sandals, talking. And then I go to take off my shirt. So I turn around, I do the little pull up, you know, you go down here, you pull the shirt up and you go like this, right? Okay, right when I do that, snag, I snagged my freaking braces on my shirt. I felt it, okay? It hurt because I felt it go up like that and my face go up because it like pulled, and you would think the sweater would have broke from it, right? You would have thought. No, it didn't. My hands were stuck like this when I realized it. So I was like, oh, let me just get it unhooked. Be calm. You don't need to freak out. Don't need to bring attention to yourself. Let me just bring this back down. Bring it back down now. It's caught right here. Oh my God, I never been so embarrassed in my life. So this freaking sweater, knitted sweater, got stuck to my braces. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to take this thing off because it's gotta come off. I'm not gonna stay here. I gotta go to class, and this is embarrassing. So the girls are doing their own thing. They're changing. You know, they're not really paying mind to me. I'm like kind of at the end of the quarter of the locker room. I literally was just like, okay, let's just do this. So I was about to point to yank it off, but then I didn't want to ruin my sweater, so I was in a dilemma. And then I was like, I could probably get it unhooked, so because I can't like fully whip that sleeve shirt off my head. I had to be careful. So I took it off, and I remember I had the shirt hanging from my mouth like this. So imagine me in a locker room full of girls talking like this with the freaking knitted sweater to my mouth. Literally like this. I'm holding it, looking down like this. Oh, thank God for my long hair. I don't know if anybody's seen me. Mind you, where I'm facing, there's the bathroom entrance where everybody's walking in and out of. So I'm like trying to hide myself with the freaking sweater stuck, and I was so mortified. I was so embarrassed. My friend that's already got done changing is coming to meet me in my locker room. She sees me like this, hanging on to this, and she's like, what's wrong? I turn to her and I literally go, look. As soon as I put both my hands like that, sweater is literally free hanging from my mouth like this. And I'm like, look. And she busted out laughing so hard. She was holding her stomach. I remember this so clearly. Sat on the bench that's in the middle, and she just couldn't stop laughing. And she just said, just pull it. Like, you're being ridiculous. Just pull it. And I said, no, I don't want to mess up my sweater. I was so mortified. By then, everybody sees her laughing. Everybody else sees, and they said, oh, you got braces stuck? They're like, oh, like, we'll see if you can unwrap it. My friend, thank goodness, she was trying to like pull it like this, and she was trying to see if she could untangle it somehow. She couldn't. So I had to do what I didn't want to do, which was just end up yanking it off. I just ripped it. I didn't want the attention anymore. Mind you, it wasn't only embarrassing because of the fact that it was hanging from my bracket. I was also more embarrassing too that the fact that I actually just had a bra and a little short tank top on. So that made me more insecure that I was like having all these people look at me and I didn't want them to look at me, and I was drawing attention, and on top of it, this is hanging like this. So I was just, oh God, I was just so mortified. I hated that moment. That moment haunts me, like at those late nights where you're just sleeping and your brain wants to be like, hey, remember this moment? That's the moment that I don't want to remember. Mind you, that sweater I had to wear for the rest of the day of the school, and I had a little hole in it now. Alrighty, so third story. So I'm not a veggie girl. We would bring snacks to school, and we always in high school had this certain spot that we would sit by a tree. It was just nice shade. If we didn't sit, we stand. So, and it was kind of way secluded from everybody else, where like majority of the people hung out more towards the couch area. So it was like kind of a little bit away, which was nice because it was just quiet. Anyways, my friend we would all bring snacks. Like, oh, what'd you have? Somebody had dried cereal or crushed ramen or like, you know, the kiddie snacks. My friend brings grapes and she would eat them with salt. Like there was just weird stuff like that. But one of my friends, she brought carrots. And the first thing I thought was like, oh, you brought carrots, that's cute. Like I can't eat veggies. Like I don't really eat, I never ate vegetables like that, right? So I'm thinking, oh, she's gonna have like ranch or something, right? No, she just had like plain carrots. So everybody's like, oh, I'll take a carrot. And then I was like, I don't like carrots unless I could drown them in ranch. And I remember she's like, no, just try it. So me, I'm just like, okay, well, let me try it then. So she had little baby carrots, like the thick ones. And I try it. As soon as I take a bite, and I don't bite like from here when I had the braces because I didn't like that the food would get shoved up like a cheese grater. The food would get like mushed in there. So I would majority try to put the carrot like, or any food I had back here so that if the food did get stuck in the braces, it was easier to clean the teeth back there and they were more hidden than the ones in the front. That's how I strategized in high school to make sure I didn't get stuck talking to a cute boy or somebody else with food in my mouth. So that was my strategy. So grab the baby carrot, put the baby carrot to the side of my mouth like this, take a bite like normal. Remember, don't have rubber bands at that time. Bite the baby carrot and I hear a ding, pop, and it broke my freaking bracket. The middle bar that holds all these like down to compress into the bracket popped open, and that thing is like free hanging. The bar's free hanging, and the thing landed in my mouth. I don't believe I swallowed it because I remember when I took this, I heard the pop bing, and it was while I was taking my second chew, I bit on the bracket itself because I remember I spit it out and I seen that it was my bracket that came out. The bar, I don't know if what it was, but something must have else came out loose because the bar that's literally placed in between each of the bracket that's around literally came out itself and was loose now. My whole top wire came off, and you think, well, that's not too much of a big deal because, you know, it's just like the wire and you get it fixed, right? No, my mom was the type of mom that was like, oh, you broke your braces? Well, guess what? You're gonna have to stay with that like that for a while because I don't have time to take you to the appointment or to get your butt in there to drive you to take time off of work, and there's nobody else that can take you. So yeah, I literally stayed like that. I want to say for like a week and a half with my top of my mouth disassembled, basically. Bottom was intact, had the bar. Top, there was no bars. All you seen was these little silver things glued to the top of my mouth. Super embarrassing. It was just annoying. As soon as I brushed my teeth too, when I go home, more of the rubber bands popped off, and even though it was nice to finally brush in between those teeth, it was just embarrassing to be walking around like that and people knowing that your teeth are messed up and you need to go get that fixed, but you haven't gotten them fixed. And to go a week and a half like that long, or I probably went a little bit longer, which I probably shouldn't have because that messed up my whole getting my teeth straight in general, even though they came out semi-straight, but I'm pretty sure they probably would have came out better. But, however, to say, I do enjoy having braces more now than I did in the past, so that's why I'm so very grateful that I was able to get braces again and that I did have braces again, and I have even a better orthodontist that is doing way more to correct and give me that perfect smile. So I am truly grateful compared to when I was younger. But yeah, those are my 3 embarrassing braces stories that I could think of and remember, unless some were so tragic. I mean, I have embarrassing stories like we all do, but they have nothing to do with braces. And those are the 3 that had to do with braces that I hated and that were way worse for me. So if you guys have any embarrassing moments and you would like to share them, message me on Instagram or comment down below. I would love to hear your story and know that I wasn't the only one. I'm not gonna lie, I've broken more than one bracket all through my junior high and probably high school. I've broken a lot of brackets because I did not want to change the way I was eating or be cautious of the food I was eating at that time. So I broke a lot, and I may have even swallowed a couple brackets as well, because I know I have, because I remember I was like, oh, I couldn't find it and I must have been eating, so it's in me now. I said I was careless. So now I'm way more responsible. I'm very happy with the smile I'm getting. Can't wait till these things come off so I could have less pain and not have to worry about the rubber bands, putting them in and out, because these rubber bands, seriously, they still cause me pain because they're constantly that pull. And these two teeth or 3 teeth that the rubber bands hooked on are numb and they hurt on the day routine, and they just sometimes cause me headaches. So I am not all for these rubber bands, but they doing what they got to do to get this smile looking straight. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you all for subscribing, following, commenting on my videos. I love it so much to read your guys' comments, especially if I get to interact with you. I love it. And if you guys are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button down below, because you do want to get notified when there's more upcoming videos, especially like these ones that have to do with my braces, vlogs, or updates. So if you guys haven't seen from the beginning, go ahead and go to my playlist on YouTube. You'll see it right then and there, where you can watch from the beginning all the way up to now if you're interested to see how my journey of having the braces for the 2nd time around has been going and what I learned. And I kind of go through tips and tricks and things that help me and what I learned from my past mistakes of what I do different now. Other than that, I am more curious to see if there's any other embarrassing stories out there. Like, those are mine and they might not be that bad, but to me they were bad. Okay, those were my personal embarrassing, vulnerable moments for me, especially at that time in age. And sorry for those that had their embarrassing moments with braces. We all had them, but we all look good now. So that was the best payoff of having these braces, is that we come out with a better, perfect smile that we feel more proud and confident of having. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.